We're building a snow fort in 3 days, but the problem is, it's supposed to rain. We just don't know when. So for now, we're just gonna see how far we can get on the fort before this happens. So to avoid that from happening, we're just gonna go ahead and start right now, and we're gonna see how far we can get. Let's go ahead, and let's go aside.
Trey, we're not starting yet. We need to wait for everyone else.
This is the fearless Trey. And if you don't know anything about him, let's just say he likes to run solo.
We'll have to grab all our tools like the sled and all the shovels right here. And then we'll have to find a place to put the fort somewhere. Owen's hiding.
And if you couldn't guess, this is Owen, the muscle.
I think we can just build the snow fort like right here.
So that's what we did. We began by getting the basic outline of the floor and began digging it out just to mark how deep the floor should be. I did mention Owen and Trey, but that leaves one person that I've not mentioned yet, Adriana. She's one of the hardest workers you'll ever come across.
Just like that, we fill up a 5-gallon bucket of snow, and then we do that. So these are the 5-gallon buckets of snow that we've done, and then that'll be a part of the wall. So we just fill up the 5-gallon buckets, and then kind of like a sandcastle. So we're gonna keep doing that. For those of you wondering how to get snow, this is all you gotta do. Do some of this. And then to pack it, you do this. And just like that, you got a packed 5-gallon bucket of snow ready to be put on the fort.
So after repeating this process for 4 hours, this is what we got.
You want to be dirty? Yeah. Except for your face.
Is this the new strategy, Owen? That thing's big. Chop it up and we can put it in the fort. If you can't see, I'm like 6 foot basically. Say it's about like 5 foot. Looking good so far. Right now we're focusing on still building the walls up, and then we'll get on the roof.
Now we do have this wheelbarrow if you haven't seen, which is a huge help because we can just pack the snow in it and then add that piece to the roof. If we didn't have that, I don't know how else we would do this.
So you see this big boulder? Well, that used to be the big boulder. We cut it into slabs, and so now we're using that as the roof like we did right here, and that's what we're going to continue doing all the way around. So I'm gonna go chop this up into more blocks and then use it to put up here. What if I could just go grab it and bink, set up there? You know how nice that would be?
At this point, we were all trying to move as fast as we could because the radar said a heavy rainstorm was coming.
Everyone's starting their own big boulders. So we can do the slab method again, where we break the big balls into cubes and then we cut them and put them slabs on the sides for the roof. So we're going to continue doing that until we get the roof done. Well, at least the beginning portion of it, and then put a big ball on the top. And then it'll be done.
But soon later, we all got distracted by our neighbors pushing the biggest snow boulder I have ever seen.
They said they need my help. They said it's too big for them to push. This thing's massive.
So for about an hour, we tried moving this thing, and as you can see, it was going nowhere. Until I momentarily gave up. So we continued trying to move this thing because it would be so beneficial to the fort.
We've been hacking away at that thing for about an hour now, and we keep getting all these little slabs right here. It's so hard to move that thing. It is at least, I would say 600 pounds, at least. But now we're just gonna take these slabs right here, and we're gonna put them on the roof. I'm gonna try to. Look at all these birds. It's getting dark though, so we're gonna have to end soon, and we'll just have to pick it back up tomorrow. So, until then, we're gonna keep working on this roof.
While everyone else was trying to move that boulder, I decided to get some work done on the roof. But shortly after, they got the boulder here. I don't know how, but they did. So I decided to chisel some off and use some of the pieces.
So after roughly 6 hours, here's what Fort Taco looks like.
And in the fort, we have Nolan resting.
We're pretty much done working on it for today, but here's what it looks like. And here's the boulder that we still have to carve out, but that's what it looks like. So this is the end of day 1. We're going to come back for day 2, probably because we're not at school tomorrow, and it's supposed to keep snowing, which is the cool thing. So we might even have to go into the 3rd day because we're supposed to expect 3 to 4 more inches. So we're gonna keep continuing on it. Maybe possibly add another room somewhere over here on that side. I don't know yet. But all I know is we're all exhausted and we're ready to go inside and enjoy some hot chocolate.
And that's what I did. And then I grabbed this shot just so I could say cheers in it. I don't know why. And nothing beats the hat hair. Not even the hot chocolate. And throughout the night, we got the call of no school. So day 2, here we go.
I spent the night out here in the fort. Not actually. I'm gonna start building.
So as you can see, the fort is still standing. But remember what I said about the rain? Yeah, it was a close call. Last night, it was freezing rain instead of just rain. Because if it warms up just 3 degrees, we're in trouble.
The big boulders aren't working, so we just have to do buckets for now.
I kid you not, we literally got out there first thing in the morning to chop the boulder up, and it was a block of ice. We're not even using it now. So we gave up and decided to do the bucket method. And as you can see, it actually got us pretty far. And there they are inside working.
So now we're at the part where we just need to work on the roof. So what we're going to do is there's 3 of us working, and we're each going to get 3 buckets and fill them up 3 times. So 3 times 3 is 9. So we're going to get 9 buckets of snow, and we're going to add it to the roof right here. And I don't think that'll finish it, but it'll get pretty close. So we're going to go ahead and collect some snow.
This process is so much fun, but it is tedious just because you have to go back and forth and back and forth. Now this loose snow that you see right here is what we like to call glue. Now we call it glue because this is what we use to pack the buckets of snow on the wall.
We still have all these buckets.
So to make the time go by faster, we all grabbed buckets and started stacking them to finish the roof.
So here's what it looks like after about an hour. We're going to put all these up, and here's what it looks like. This is the glue chute. We're on the mission of grabbing more buckets of snow. That was almost full.
So we continue grabbing bucket by bucket.
As you can see, we've gotten a lot further on the fort. This has been so much fun. It's so big. If I'm down here, I'm 6 foot here. So I would say maybe 7 foot up here.
And just to show you a reference, this is me standing right beside it and me laying beside it.
If this fort gets any bigger, we're going to be taxed on it.
So after a total of 12 hours spent on building this fort, here's what it looks like.
So this wraps up day 2 just because we have swim to go to. And then we're going to see if we can continue on tomorrow because we had school canceled today. So I think we'll have school tomorrow. But we're going to see how far we can get tomorrow for day 3. But before we head out, we'll show you the inside. What are you doing, Owen? Oh, lying on the floor. Come on. Here's an inside look. All the way up. This thing's awesome. So here's the fort. We're all in here. Trey, say goodbye. Say see you on day 3.
See you on day 3. Who wants hot chocolate?
And if you were curious, this is the hat hair for today.
That's so bad.
Day 3, here we come. Well, actually, we're still on day 2. Sorry.
Okay, Owen came on this. What are you doing? And why are you barefoot in here?
It's warm in here.
It's pretty comfortable in here, though.
It isn't even that cold.
It's very slick.
Yeah, my feet are cold.
I don't want to fall in here.
Go to that corner. We're going inside.
You're leaving?
I have to, okay?
Go to bed here.
That's the end of day 2, for real this time. Let's see if Trey can fall one more time. It is day 3 for real this time, and we're celebrating because the fort is still standing after the rain.
But there's a small problem. Everything managed to get in the dryer besides my gloves, and now these are like mildewy and they stink terribly. Oh well, at least now it can work.
So we all continued working, even though our gloves smelled like a pig had had them for a couple weeks. At this point, we were just trying to see how fast we could get this roof done because rain was for sure coming tomorrow. So we just wanted to at least enjoy the fort for one day.
We're so close to getting the roof on. Owen predicts that 8 more buckets and we'll be done. So we're gonna make 8 buckets of snow and we're gonna see if he was right. Owen has the 8th bucket and then we'll be done with buckets for now. 8th one. Woo. There they all are, all 8 of them. One funny thing we're noticing is every time a car drives down the street, they always look at our fort and you always see their heads just going out their windows in their car, which is kind of funny. Let's see if I can spot someone doing it real quick. Oh, I hear a car. He definitely looked.
In an effort to finish the roof, we had to start moving the buckets of snow inside the fort because we couldn't reach the roof on the outside anymore.
Here's a look at the inside. We got these in here to put up here. That's all we got left, right there. This is the final block we need before the whole thing is done. Right here. Owen, do you want to do the final honors to finish the whole fort? Right up there. The final bit. There we go. Well, close. Here's the block. Okay. We're so close. There we go. It is complete. Look at this thing. It's huge. It's at least 8 foot. Look at that. All we have left to do is plug up this little window. This is the end of day 3. I don't know if there'll be a day 4 just because of all the rain coming, but it was fun. I'm gonna go inside and warm up.
It is day 4, but sadly it rained all last night, so here's the leftovers of Fort Taco. You know, to be honest, it's actually kind of sad that the fort's gone now. We spent all that time building it just for it to collapse and break. But all fun things must come to an end at some point. But that's okay, because we have some more fun coming up. I don't know how to end this video. And if you've been following along, that's why the name of the fort is Fort Taco.